So it's that time of the night where we have officially walked the entire audience, except for Aaron. Aaron's still here. You're not a comedian, are you, Aaron? No. Cool. That's good. Someone should not be.
There's enough of us.
Yeah. There's a couple of people that aren't technically comedians. Improv comedian, that counts, I guess.
I don't identify.
You don't identify as an improv comedian? How do you identify?
You met them.
Like person, just regular.
No. Yeah.
I'm an HR manager.
That's cool. Yeah. My girlfriend has told me that I can stop when we meet new people introducing her as being not a comic, but she does run a Valley D parody Twitter account. She was like, you can stop doing that. And I was like, all right, fair. Makes sense. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna stay up here and I'm gonna bring up some of the comics that are hanging out, and you guys can do some like 2-minute sets, and maybe I'll interrupt you. It's just gonna be like an open mic. It's technically an open mic now, and then at the end I'm gonna bring up Ted to do to close it out and do a real set, and it'll be great. But if you're a comic in the room and you want to get up and talk, throw your hand in the air. Welcome to stage, Tiny.
Woo, Tiny! I am crawling on this stage. God damn! Did you see that? I went 4 hands.
I love that.
I call my feet hands,
Yeah.
by the way, for this story.
Yeah.
This is actually the biggest audience I played to all week.
Yeah, I want to just thank all the audience for not coming out, because they've been saying that you're not supposed to be in places where there's more than 250 people gathered. Thank God we're below the number. In LA they say it's less than 50. Still good. We're still good.
I'm still good.
We're like a real Los Angeles comedy show.
Yeah, I'm in the LA scene. That's what I'm telling my mom right before she makes my student loan payment.
Yeah, the Lower Alston scene.
Yeah. Should I do it like?
Yeah, just
Yeah. Shit. Alcohol. You know what I mean? I recently stopped eating meat, though. You know what that's like, Rob Crean.
Mm-hmm.
I found out that cows actually have the same intellect of that of a 3-year-old child. I had to stop afterwards. You know, you can't. I have been eating a fuck ton of babies, though. I will say that, Ori. This does feel like an open mic.
It does. It is. I mean, there's no one here that's not either related by blood or relationship to a comedian in the room. So
it's good. It's good. I'm not saying I'm racist, but I only eat white babies, of course. Because goddamn, they're lazy. You know what I mean? Talk about the softest meat on the planet. Get that goddamn binky out of your mouth, Caleb, and contribute to society. Well, this has paid off.
Man, la-di-da.
La-di-da.
Only eats the most expensive babies.
I do. To the biggest crowds.
Yeah.
That's my book.
Yeah.
The biggest crowds, the whitest babies.
The whitest babies. Those white babies are pricey.
They are. I wish. No, I'm not going to go any further with that. That was going to get ugly.
What do you think would be harder to get right now? A white baby or
A laugh.
or Perel? I think it's sold out everywhere. Right?
Actually, I have a redneck cousin down in Arkansas that's making bathtub Purell now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
He puts a little meth in it, you know, Arkansas style.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is so good, you can eat a bat afterwards. It's which was the other joke I didn't tell.
That was great.
No, it's better than the one I chose, but yeah. No, yeah. Purell. Bathtub math. Thank you.
Give it up for Tiny.
Give it up for.
All right. Anyone else wanna get up?
Get up there,
Ricardo
Tom.
Perez. Oh, we'll get Tom next. Welcome, Ricardo Perez.
Oh, Ricky. I'm coming for that new wealth, Rob. Is you right?
What's
right?
What's the new wealth?
Because the stocks are on fire right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna go like more down, right? And then it's gonna come up a little bit, and then stupid people are gonna buy it. It's gonna go down more. And that's when I slide in, Rob.
Yeah.
This is my time.
I gotta say, this has gotta be the best time ever to have a pallet of fish antibiotics.
Price has gone up. I'm doing all right. Making it work. I've never felt more hopeful. Like I've never been more optimistic in my life. You know, things seemed so bad before. You know, people were holding on to the money real tight.
Yeah.
But now, oh babe, then it's on fire. It's just throwing it out there.
Yeah, it is really like when the establishment hasn't necessarily been great for us.
Not really.
It going away is
It's been
not
worse
that big
for
of a
other
deal.
people, but-
Yeah, you know, yeah, for sure.
I mean, in 25 years, my family that I don't have, they're gonna thank me. Like, and I'm gonna try to fall in love now, Rob.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna stop doing this bullshit. Like, I gotta get a real job. Like, oh my God.
You should be a trader. Be like a stock trader.
No, that's garbage. No. This is a one-time thing. This is a
Yep.
get in, wait a couple decades, right? So I have to survive 20, like I gotta make it 20 more years, which I mean, I'm gonna have to change a lot of things. But I wanted to pay off, Rob, you know,
Yeah.
like take like $5,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's looking like July.
Yeah.
July, start of August, that's gonna be the time to move in.
To move in, buy a bunch of stocks.
Buy all the stocks.
And then just let it ride for a while.
Let it ride for a minute,
Yeah.
you know, like while I'm doing them falling in love during this time, you know.
Yeah.
I'm getting married, maybe?
I want to watch this romantic comedy.
I would like to live this romantic comedy. Like, I
Yeah.
couldn't ask for more. Really, it's love seems great, you guys.
I'm just I'm trying to imagine like the poster, and for some reason on the poster it's just called Ricky and Raul Go to Encore. I don't know why.
I don't think Raul's gonna make it through this trying
Yeah,
time.
it's a good point. He is thin.
He doesn't have the will. I don't think he's strong enough.
Yeah. He is 6'2" and 104 pounds. That's,
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, he seems like that immune system's
I
gotta
can
be
use him. I
compromised.
can use him as a weapon when things get real dark. You know.
This is the one thing though, it's like it won't be that bad for him because he already looks so much like a skeleton. It'll be an easy transition.
I think he gets fat during this trying time somehow. I think he starts panic eating, you know, and then puts on 200 pounds.
200 pounds.
He puts on the weight that I lost. I think
man, that would be.
that is how that works out.
He's still that Ricky Coke weight.
I don't know what you're talking about, Tiny. I'm a changed man now. I'm getting a real job with benefits. Maybe. I don't go back to college. I mean,
Why not?
I suppose, perhaps.
You don't even have to go now.
Whose jobs are hiring? Like, who has pull at their workplace? Tiny? Yeah? No. I don't know.
Who here has a job?
Who's got a job?
Not so
Who's
many
work?
first.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
We work in tourism. We're fucked. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
Rougher. More rough.
Rougher, yeah.
More rough.
Yeah.
But those stocks, baby, I feel like...
Yeah, that's where we gotta get into the stocks, Ted. We're gonna be trading.
How much money do you have in your wall?
In my wall?
Like, how much cash? What you got?
I don't know. I'm so bad at knowing, but I got
can
some
check
set
for you.
aside.
You want to tell me where your little hidey hole is?
I don't
I'll
know
count
why-
it.
I don't know why you think that I have cash stashed around my house.
You've been alive for 400 years, bro. There's got to be something. Rob has gold coins. Like, I know this.
You don't think I have bank accounts?
No, you don't have a bank. Look at you, Rob. There's no bank account. What do you mean? Bank account. I gotta get a bank account?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh man. You're not wrong. I'm not saying that
I've
you're
never
wrong.
been
I'm just saying,
wrong,
I was
wrong.
surprised that you figured it out. Like, what about me says tons of money stashed in the
I didn't
wall?
say tons. I didn't say a lot.
I think my definition of tons of money is pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how much?
I don't know. It's like more than $100.
I would hope so. I would.
That's a lot of money to me. For most of my life, I never had more than like $300 at a time.
I believe you. That makes sense. I get that. You know.
Of course, back then that was a fortune.
Yeah.
Very-
Who else wants to invest with me in like end of July, maybe beginning of August? No. See, you're gonna be one of the dumb people. You're gonna get in too soon.
Mm.
Huh? This is a group thing now, so you don't have to whisper real loud.
Just trying to understand.
Understand the stock market?
Yeah.
It's real simple. Everyone seems to get it but you at this point. I'm sorry, that was not nice. And I try to be nice at all times. This is all I just wanted
Yeah,
to
this
put
is
my
great.
plan out there
Yeah.
to kind of get a feel for it. Ted, how much cash you got?
On me or like?
No, in your hidey hole.
Like a couple grand.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming I can, pay my rent the next few months.
You know, they close down like housing court. It has to be like you gotta commit a crime or some shit to get evicted. So you're good. You good.
All right.
You got a month, free month, baby. You might have to owe it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was in one of the last juries. They're not even doing like jury trials right now.
There's no more laws.
There's no more laws.
There's no more trials.
It's martial law.
Oh,
yeah, you
baby.
can just do whatever you want.
All right, we're gonna invest a lot more then. I feel like I'm gonna have a good amount to invest when it comes time. I gotta go commit crimes now, I guess.
Keep it going for a good
Yeah.
rest. All right, let's see. So Tom and then Brian, if you want to. So welcome to the stage, Tom McDonald.
How's it going?
It's going better. I like being on stage. When I'm not on stage, I'm fucking falling apart. When I'm on stage, I feel good.
Well, you stay right there, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't need you falling apart on me.
Yeah.
All right. So for years, my mother has been opening my mail. I keep explaining it's a federal crime. She does not care. Keeps doing it. She's like, oh, sorry, it looked important, so I opened it for you. Yeah, it looked important, so I feel like now's a good time to violate your privacy. Like, what the? She's fucking, something wrong with her. But anyway, years and years she's been opening my mail. So my wife orders butt plugs on my Amazon account, under my name, my payment. Fine. Okay, I told her to do it. Yeah, okay, get butt plugs, whatever. Here's the thing. She ordered it to my mom's house, because that's one of the addresses on my Amazon Prime account. So it goes to my mom's house, and like my mom does, she opened it.
Well, it would look important, I imagine.
Yeah. It was a very important looking Amazon package. She opened it, and all I get is a text from her. It's like, oh yeah, something came for you. I opened it without looking. Sorry. I get that from her. I didn't realize that my wife had ordered butt plugs to my mom's house under my name. So I look on my Amazon, I'm like, what did I even send to my mom's house? I look it up, it's like, oh, right, butt plugs. So I call my wife immediately, very angry, because why would you order butt plugs and send them to my fucking mom's house? It's a very awkward situation for me to be in, especially under my name. I'm like, check, what was the name on the shipping label? Yeah, mine, great, wonderful. And so I call her, very angry. And so she answers the phone, it's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, you ordered butt plugs and sent it to my fucking mom's house. What the fuck? And she's like, okay, I gotta call you back. I'm like, well, what do you mean? And then she hangs up and like storms off, and I don't know what she did, but then she calls me back immediately. It's like, yeah, I was in the bodega across the street and you were on speakerphone. I was at the register trying to pay for the ramen that you asked me to buy for you, and all he hears is, hey, why'd you send butt plugs to my mom's house?
Yeah, man, it's tough to figure out ways to bond with the in-laws, you know?
Yeah, needless to say, the guys at the bodega are big fans of my wife now.
So how many butt plugs?
It was like a beginner set to like 4 of varying stages of girth and
stage you at, Tom?
rigidness. Huh?
What stage are you at?
Oh, you think they're from me? No.
Rubber or glass?
Rubber.
Hardened glass. It's hardened glass.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like Tom's so muscular that he's got such control of his sphincter that when he poops,
Oh,
he
you
just
could
goes
put a
like...
glass one in there. That'd be dangerous. I was showering my wife one time, and she like tried to like slide something in between my cheeks, and I flexed a little bit. And she's like, "Oh fuck," because I squeezed almost. She was nervous, and she's like, "Oh, you're." Like, if you went to jail, you'd be unrapeable. And I'm like, oh, I don't think you know how jail rape works. It's not a one-on-one situation thing. It's more of like, it's more like a group situation where a lot of fellas get together because they don't
So now
like
we're all just imagining 4 guys trying to hold open. All right, look.
Yeah. I think Oz really kind of skewed people's perspective on what prison rape is, where it's a very romantic one-on-one experience, and it's not.
I went to see the movie Uncut Gems with my girlfriend, and then for like a week after, she kept trying to poke me in the butthole, and I would be like, stop! And she would just do the Adam Sandler voice and go, this is me, this is how I win. I see, this is me, this is how I win. It's very interesting. I love the term beginner set for butt plugs.
Yeah.
Just to
I
be
mean,
like,
there's advanced sets.
Sure.
And those are scary looking.
what do you think what's the biggest one that you've seen?
I haven't even been shopping around much, but they've got stupid big ones. I mean, in porn, I've seen like traffic cone size ones where it's just fucking. Yeah, how are you not ruined forever now? Like, that's too big. But I've seen them do it.
I'll be honest. I just found out that butt plugs. I just found out like that what they were used for. I thought they were just to keep that poop from falling out all the time.
You're an older man. It's an issue for you.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Sometimes I'm walking down the street and I gotta, I will say I haven't done a lot of butt stuff, and you may have heard me say this before, but it's because I am older and I've never received anal sex before. And I feel like if I were to receive anal sex, the whole time I would just be waiting for the person giving it to me to say, "Oh, you're really tight for your age," and if they didn't, I would be crushed.
Yeah, that would be devastating. Sure, for you.
Also, what if I tried receiving anal sex and I loved it? Then I just have to live the rest of my life realizing that I threw the best anal sex years of my life away.
I know, when it was young and pliable.
Yeah. Now
Now
that's all.
Now it takes so much
Now that it's
warming
chalky
up.
and dry. Yeah, the beginner said, "Yeah, man, my butthole is so old. Like when I fart, it sounds like a ghost."
I mean, you're so old, your ass has probably gone through menopause at this point.
Yep.
Just a dried out old asshole.
I'm gonna have to get a hysterectomy. I don't know if that even makes sense.
Hershey-rectomy?
Hysterectomy instead of a hysterectomy. It's flipped.
It's fun.
No.
We have fun. Alright, let's not bust stuff out of me.
Here we go with Don and Donald. Brian? Keep going for Brian Sully. Brian Scully. I said Sully, sorry. Brian Scully.
Yeah, that happens.
No, it's
I don't know why. I get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's so.
Yeah. I went to the doctor's last week.
Mm-hmm.
I had a physical.
How was it?
It was good. It was now in retrospect, it was a good time to get it because
Yeah.
they weren't as panicked. But I went and they are like, "Do you have any problems?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." And they're like, "Why are you here?" They asked me a couple of times, "Why are you even here?" I'm like, "I wanted to get my weight. I want to." lose some blood to get a little loopy later. But they're like, are your medications the same? I'm like, no, they changed because I had like a real acute manic, like mental health problem over the summer. And he was like, oh, okay, like, did you go to the hospital? And I was like, no, I didn't. And he goes, did you take time off of work? And I'm like, I went on vacation, but I didn't take any like a medical leave. And he just went, good for you, man. It just kept going on. And I'm like, all right, he doesn't. Yeah. This is the guy, like one time when I was like a teenager, like 19, 20, like I had like a blister on my penis from jacking off too much. And then he just like pulls my pants down. He's in my underwear, and he's like, "Do you notice this thing?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't even know that was there." And he's just like, "It's probably just from rubbing." And I'm like, "Probably." And yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I wasn't circumcised, but I jacked off so much I just rubbed off my foreskin. So.
Yeah. Happens more than you think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's great. You don't have to pay them oil. You save some money.
yeah. I like getting the blood taken though.
Yeah, I kind of like it too. It's kind of like weird and sciencey.
But the thing was, like, you hope they ask you certain questions.
Yeah.
And he was like, I wanted him to ask me if I was sexually active
Oh yeah.
because I wanted to learn what the word meant.
Oh right.
I wanted his medical definition because I wanted to be like, well, you know, I had sex for the first time over the summer, so there you go. Like, not anymore, but like, is that sexually active?
Yeah, you want the information and you want the high fives.
Yeah. It's a good system.
Yeah.
It's better than some other systems. Like, I got like sat down like in college. They were gonna try to give me a psychiatric diagnosis, and they talked to me, and this guy's just like, all right, I need to talk. I'm not a real doctor. I'm gonna talk to a real doctor and come back to you. I'm like, all right. And he's just like, have you heard of schizophrenia? And I'm like, I've seen movies. And he's like, well, have you heard of bipolar? I'm like, that sounds like it was in a movie at one point.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, well, you get to pick. And that doesn't seem like a real system.
Yeah, that seems like that's a new doctor.
Yeah.
Or doctor in training.
And he's just like,
Yeah, Cam does it both. Yeah, you don't have to pick. You can have both.
yeah.
A real doctor would know that.
He recommended bipolar though. It's
Really?
like, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
There's-
bipolar. If you're gonna get one, you gotta get the bipolar. Cause look, you know, schizophrenia is one thing. Bipolar, two things.
Bam.
Two polars.
Yeah. At one point I was like, I don't think I've had what would qualify as a major depressive episode, so how can I have that? And he was just like, it's fine. You went to the hospital. That counts for it.
Yeah. I like that.
And they have two types. I don't know how many people I know, but like I don't know how many people know that there's two types.
Yeah, there's two types. Nick Martucci calls he's bipolar 2. He calls it the squeakle.
The
Squeakle.
the squeakable.
Yeah, the squeakle, like the sequel, like the Chipmunks movie. Look, it's a joke. It's someone else's joke that I shouldn't be explaining. Nick Martucci's very funny.
It
He's
sounds fun.
bipolar 2.
They say like all these great like artists probably had bipolar. I think they had bipolar too, so they just got like hypomanic, which is when you have all the energy and confidence and you can just sit down and work on stuff. And you get that, and then you get to like the full blown, which I think is a medical term, full blown.
Really?
Yeah.
And what's that? Is that like?
That's when you have a lot of energy and you feel really good, and then like you start like having psychotic symptoms. You have like delusions of reference, ideas, and grandeur.
Yeah, that sounds not as good. It's still
It makes
sounds
it tougher
pretty
to
fun,
like
but-
get the work you're working on done. It
Yeah,
makes you
yeah.
feel like it's really important.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense too. If you're just like, if the thing that you're working on is of quality and you get hyper focused on it, then you do really, then it's good.
Yeah, it's
But
like-
most people just get focused on like stuff that doesn't really matter.
You feel it, and you're like, I can see why someone would think they're a prophet or
Yeah.
like something, but then it's like, but they can't figure it out. I've taken like engineering classes and like science and studied philosophy. Like, I think I could really make a shot at it.
Yeah, you'd be a great prophet. I'm not saying that I would follow you, but I'd attend a meeting. You know? Well, what do you have to say? I'm interested in your prophecies.
Yeah, the problem is you go up and then they give you stuff to bring you down, and it
Yeah.
just brings you real down.
Yeah. I tried antidepressants. That's kind of, which I guess is supposed to bring you up. They didn't work for me. But now I take speed, which works okay.
Yeah. It's probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't do much. It helps me sleep. That seems to help.
They used to prescribe speed for bedwetting, and I didn't know how that worked.
Really?
They just didn't fall asleep.
I was a bedwetter up until 2 weeks ago. So that explains what happened. That makes sense, I guess, because well, I don't know if it makes sense. I think like when I take speed, when I sleep, it's a deeper sleep, so maybe that would be like,
It does make you not have to pee as much.
that's true, it is dehydrating. Yeah. Which is like tough because that's also one of the symptoms of coronavirus is dry mouth. So I'm just like, fuck. But probably fine. Oh, I think I should probably bring up 10 now. Keep going for Brian Scully. That's great. All right. Now it is time for our final comedian of the evening, folks.